Okay, for number 5, we have some multiplication with powers of 10. So all that we need to do is make it simple and multiply 12 times 1 and get 12, and then add on our 3 zeros. So 12 times 1 is 12, so 12 times 1,000 is 12,000. Here, the same thing. 4 times 1 is 4, and then we have a total of 3 zeros, so 4,000. So we have 40 hundreds, so 40 hundreds is 4,000. And here, the 6 times 1 is 6, and then we have a total of 4 5 zeros. So we're going to have 600,000. For our next one, for Halloween party, Miguel needs 8 balloons at each of 14 tables. He also needs 15 balloons for each of the 4 walls, and he needs to organize 6 games and needs 18 balloons for each one. Now, a couple things that we have here. It's a complex part of a problem. We're going to break it down and decide what we're going to do. Our first thing tells us to write an expression, so that's something without an equal sign, to calculate the total number of balloons that Miguel is going to need. So, our first part talks about him needing 8 balloons for each of the 14 tables. Usually when we see each, it means we're going to multiply. And so, once again, he has a total of 14 tables. So he has 14 different tables. And at each one, he's going to have 8. So we're going to have to do 8 times 14 to get that answer. Okay. Then he needs 15 balloons for each of the 4 walls. So he has 4 walls, and he needs 15 on each one. So we have 4 15s, or 15 times 4. Then he's going to have games, and he's going to have 6 games with 18 balloons, and once again we have each in each of these, so 6 different games, so he would have 6 games, and for those 6 games each one's going to have 18 balloons. So we'd have 18 times 6, so 6 times 18. So first of all we have what he needs for the tables, then for the walls, then for the games. And then when we get done, we just have to add up how many he needs for each one. So 8 times 14 plus 15 times 4 plus 6 times 18. So that is our expression to find out the total. So we broke it into bits, and once we do each multiplication, because we have groups, and when we have groups, it's usually multiplying or dividing. And each, of course, usually tells us that we're going to divide or multiply again there. So that is going to be the answer for A. Now for B, we're going to evaluate that expression. So our expression, we said, was 8 times 14 for the tables, plus we need 15 times 4 for the walls, plus we're going to need 6 times 18 for the games. So first of all, we're going to do 8 times 14. Now, students can do this using the distributive property. 8 times the 1, which is really a 10, is 80. And then 8 times 4 is 32. So 80 and 32 make 102. And we do all of our multiplication before any of our addition. So now we go to our next multiplication problem. 10 times 4 is 40. 5 times 4 is 20. So 40 plus 20 gives us 60 that he's going to need for the walls. And then we're going to look at what he needs for the games. 6 times 10 is 60. 6 times 8 is 48, which gives us 108. So now we simply need to add these up. So we're going to have 108, 102, we'll start right in order. 60, 108, add the ones, we get 10, carry it, and we get 7 and 2. So 270 balloons is what Miguel will need for the party.